Hi, a piece of truth for you. So people ask me how to overcome fear because in society right now, fear is the first thing on the agenda, making you afraid. So how do you become afraid? You become afraid by losing the willingness to observe. When you don't want to look, when you don't want to perceive, you will start to be afraid. You're afraid only of those things that do not exist. It might sound weird, but it is true that if you're afraid, you don't observe. And so what you're afraid of cannot exist. It cannot be there because you don't perceive. So when you run away from something, of course, you don't see what you are running away from. You have an idea maybe of what you run away from, but 99.9% of the times, what you're afraid of do not exist. How do I know? If I will give you a cent of every time you've been worried or afraid and nothing happened, you will become a billionaire. Just have a look and you will see that you've been afraid and worried so many times in your life and nothing happened, although you tried very hard to make something bad happening by not looking. So how do you overcome fear? Number one, when you have this feeling of fear, know that you're dealing with lies. If someone worked very hard to make you afraid, they have to lie to you first. If someone tried to control you, they have to lie to you first. People that want your best don't try to control you. They try to maximize your ability. They're giving the control to you. People that want to harm you will take away the control from you. Never mind what is the excuse. So number one, you need to know that if you're afraid, you're dealing with lies. And number two, the handling of those lies lies in observation, in gaining the ability to look at the problem straight on, not to listen, to look, to go and actually go in and decide, okay, what it is. Now, how do you know what is something? You take it to the extreme. So, for example, someone tell you, well, if you don't eat well, you will become sick. So what we're going to do is to make sure that you eat only well. Okay, not a problem, that's good. Let's take it to the extreme. If someone makes sure that you eat only well, never eat anything with a taste, never, just get the thing injected to your body at the most amazing, correct way. Will you want it? No, of course not. So if someone tell you, well, you need to eat only well, probably it's not right. If someone tell you, well, what's more important, your freedom or your health? If you say health, okay, good, let's have a look. If health is the most important thing, let's put you in a quarantine in a small box, the best condition of box, like a hotel, 5-star, but a small box, totally isolated, no germs, no viruses coming in, and of course, you'll be protected, but you don't have freedom. Will you want that? Of course not. So what's more important? Freedom, not health. If you'll start to observe, if you'll start to look for yourself, you will discover that while this universe is a cruel universe, it's a tough universe, those that survive are not those that are afraid. Those that survive, your chances of survival, your chances of success is much bigger if you're willing to confront the problem head on. Those that run away, those that put their head into the sand, do not survive so well. So fear is a lie, because there is nothing to be afraid of. It's not that they are not dangerous things, but they are there in any case, so nothing to be afraid of. Confront them, they are already there. You have a danger, it's already there. Why should you be afraid? It doesn't help. It's actually insane to be afraid. What you're afraid of? You're afraid of losing. You're afraid of losing. If you don't look, if you don't communicate with something, you already lost it. So you're afraid of losing, and the only way to lose is not to communicate with something, and you stop communicating. It's a trick that's been played on you. What you need to do is to gain the willingness to start looking at the problem, and you will see, you will discover it's never as bad as you thought, if you are willing to look at it. Meir Ezra, piece of truth for you. Bye-bye.